Welcome back to the Late Night Chat Network, your first stop for pop culture talk. And we're here again, late night movie trailers. And today we're going to be watching and commenting on the movie trailer Materialists from A24 once again. I had another trailer in mind, but
He's made up this narrative that I canceled him out. All I said was like, "Oh, okay, we'll watch that one. I also have a second one if you want to do 3." But he's like, "Oh, I guess we won't watch mine."
We're just going to do all A24 ones.
Yeah. It's on brand though for the movie we're doing later, right? So
Of course. Okay, here we go. So this is the material.
makes sense actually.
I'm just joking. All right, here we go.
Hey, are you single? I'm a matchmaker. Give me a call if you want to meet somebody.
I deserve someone who fulfills all of my criteria.
Nothing over 20 BMI.
I don't want someone who likes cats.
I'm trying to settle.
I promise you're going to marry the love of your life.
How many marriages are you responsible for now, Lucy?
9. If the girl asks for a call, drink of water with a salary over 500 grand, you deliver.
You're the matchmaker. You want a drink?
Sure. Coke and beer.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, John.
Definitely didn't expect to run into you tonight.
I missed you.
Yeah, you don't even remember my face.
Lucy M., the Eternal Bachelorette.
You can do better than me.
My instincts are usually right. Hi.
Wow. You know how to do the math, don't you? You are what we call a unicorn. An impossible fantasy. How much is this apartment?
12 million. Not gonna marry him, are you?
Why not?
Because he's good looking and rich. Probably doesn't have roommates.
Is that my charger?
When I see your face, I see wrinkles and children that look like you. So where does that leave us? What are you thinking about?
I don't think I'm very good at my job anymore. We promised them love, but the math doesn't add up.
Why does anyone even get married?
Because they're lonely. And because they're hopeful.
I'm turning 48 and I think I need to meet someone more grown.
I have a really beautiful client. She's 31.
I wasn't really thinking 30s.
Thoughts?
Dakota Johnson's on. Let me get the first thing out of the way.
I was about to say, I knew I seen her. I was like, oh yeah. This
No, let me open with it instead of closing so you guys don't say shit about it. Let me just get that
like
out.
I said, every video, this guy's lusting after somebody. Go ahead.
What? She's not higher, bro?
She's good.
No,
She's all right.
50 Shades of Grey,
She's
bro.
all right.
She's all right. She's all right. She's all
I'm
right.
more infatuated with Chris Evans being in this personally.
Pedro Pascal.
My boy Cap.
Winning
I'm happy to see him.
over Pedro Pascal.
That movie looks
Daddy Pedro is in it. That's what I'm here for. But that looked like straight up garbage. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, that looked awful.
Nice pick, Drew.
I think I've never seen the poster for this movie. It sounds. Oh, it's coming out soon, right? June 13th. Yeah, it's
Dude.
yeah. That looks like a cute little thing, right? Like
it is.
I'm not interested. Daddy Pedro's in it, but I don't care.
But A24 is making like generic shit now. Like this looks like
this might not be their year.
It looks like something that like Columbia would have made or whatever. You know what I mean? Like like any other movie studio.
It's a Hallmark movie, just glorified Hallmark movie.
So this is actually a good point to bring that up. You know that movie Opus that came out this past week?
Opus. Which one is
it's
that?
It's a horror movie. From
with AO from The Bear. Yeah. Opus.
And there's a lot of good people in it.
Yeah.
It's been getting horrible reviews.
People are saying it's just a run of the mill of everything that's come out.
All the A24 horror movies.
Yeah, they're like parodying themselves now. Like,
right,
kinda, you know?
Right. They're like sprinkle a little bit of Get Out, put a little bit of this movie in it. Like
there are some hilarious reviews of that on Letterboxd where it's like blink twice if the menu blink twice if we want to get out if the menu is like mid this summer or some shit. Like they're just like throwing all the names of like the movies that it's like kind of like inspired by.
That's been its biggest criticism. And as someone who's actually really, for the most part, enjoyed their horror output, like I have enjoyed their horror output. I mean, like, listen, that we wouldn't have got like Hereditary and these type of movies, right, without them in that sense, right? So, like, Midsummer, that's also A24. But they've been kind of, but I think you're right. I think it's either running its course and we're seeing them kind of divert from their overall kind of like audience. Maybe they are trying to branch out and do different things,
which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I mean, they're establishing themselves as now like a powerhouse, and they don't have to do the little indie, left.
The indie shit is good, and that's what people are looking for out of them. So if they stray too far away from it, they're losing credibility.
But you don't want to just be that either, though. I think you have to find a middle ground there. Like, you can't forget about your fan base in that regard, but you also, I don't think it's a bad thing to do a romantic comedy either.
No. I'm just making a joke about that, and I like romantic comedies, and that looks like a movie.
There's a good cast in this.
That movie looks like a movie I would watch at home or whatever. Like,
I'm not running to the theaters
exactly.
to watch
this is not a theater movie.
No,
unless you're taking like a date out or something.
I'll throw it on though. I'll throw it on. I mean, listen. I mean, how about you, Jay? Would you watch this with your woman there? Or is she a big romantic comedy fan?
I don't know. I don't. Be honest.
Jay got butterflies in his stomach watching that. Right?
Hey, you know what? It's the truth, man. Hey, the nice guy always finishes last.
How much is your apartment? 12 million. She's like, oh fuck, I'm getting married to this guy.
Yeah, right there, I was like, she's just probably trying to stick it in deeper now. She was probably to sit on it harder after that, which heard 12 million. Make sure she gets it all. You know what I mean?
I love how they try to make like people like Chris Evans look like a schlub.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
that's crazy.
I'm like, bro, this is Chris Evans.
Look, they're trying to bring back the white trash. Trash.
Okay, let's just call it right now. Is she ending up with Pedro or Chris at the end of the movie?
Chris.
Of course.
Chris.
Of course.
Chris.
It's a Hallmark movie.
Of course.
Chris.
It is.
This is Chris Evans. This is his bread and butter. This is how he came up.
I'm surprised he's going to theaters and
what's
not to like
her
the
number and
Hallmark
shit like that,
or streaming.
Chris Evans, one of my favorite earlier roles of him was Not Another Teen Movie.
Oh, that's classic.
Boy. Yeah.
That shit is whack.
This is what made him this genre.
I will say
a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I think A24 might be like the first movie studio I've ever seen that had like a fan base.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's ever really happened where people have like this sort of like, there's like a cult of personality around the brand. Like,
no, you're right. That is definitely, when you see that in a trailer, you're like, oh, like it's not often you see people going to watch movies based on the production.
That never happened before. And I feel like maybe the 90s version of that was like Miramax. Remember Miramax was coming out with like
Clerks,
those Rounders and Pulp Fiction, and all that stuff. And they were kind of like the indie darlings. But I never in my life heard anyone say, "Oh, I'm a Miramax fan." Like,
A24 feels like it's
no, they did a bunch of Swingers.
Yeah,
they did a bunch of great
stuff.
John Favreau, a lot of people came through their system. I think Robert Rodriguez as well too. And
but I think A24 is just trying to rebrand itself because now they know they got basically a cult following in a sense, and they want to see how big they can brighten their horizons, right? Because now you're just gonna get into like a fucking Warner Brothers style or like something major, huge like that.
But this is why I'm saying when I heard that new movie was getting all this bad reviews and people were comparing it to all the other A24, I'm like, I'm like, it's coming off the rails now a little bit. Like, that's what I thought to myself when I saw that. I was like, because normally that would be like, I mean, like they
try to please the masses.
Yeah,
well, I think that's just like, it became like a very like that stuff started getting old with me with the Menu.
You know who's their competitor now is though?
Neon is that's like another one that's bubbling.
Nora was Neon.
Ferrari as well. They're doing their thing.
Neon is their competitor now. Then that's the other.
Which
studio.
I don't know if that's a good thing for people to like champion studios like that. Like,
but Neon is even more so curating their releases than the A24 is pumping them out now like crazy.
Because A24, I think, is like at another level now.
Yes.
Like they've kind of graduated.
Well,
to,
they've won how many awards after over several years of doing films, right? Like it's that's why.
Yeah.
Like,
and they have like this very well established library and stuff. So
even their directors, there's directors that only work with them now. Robert Eggers,
Well,
like
Ari Aster and stuff like that.
yeah.
And now they're easy to get like big names now because they've got
they've done TV shows too.
Yeah.
But this other one's just about to come out that might not be a hit for them either. That unicorn movie with Paul Rudd and you know what show I'm talking about? The one with Jenna Ortega. It's like called something Death of a Unicorn. Death of a Unicorn. It's supposed to be a comedy horror or something.
I don't think I've heard of it.
I think it's supposed to come out this
I
next
saw
week.
the trailer.
Yeah. Where again, like I feel like that
a werewolf movie with fucking,
I guess it's not a good thing to like put yourselves in a box though, because then people like expect they already know what they're getting from you. So
that's the Opus reviews. That's the Opus because when I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be another good one.
Yeah.
And then it's getting shit
I don't know. I saw the trailer for that movie and I was not like this. I'm like, this is kind of like running its course.
The cast was good in it, though.
But you know the thing is, I felt the same way about Blink Twice. Just the trailer, I'm like, okay, this looks like some.
But that was good.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if I ended up watching Opus, maybe that would have. You saw it?
No.
Oh, you
just
didn't see
dirty old man,
Opus?
that's right.
No.
So who knows? It might actually be a good one. Like I don't know. Like
I don't know. I was just surprised to see, and the places I was seeing a lot of bad reviews was Letterboxd, and Letterboxd champions A24. That's a fucking that's what I was surprised about.
Yeah.
I'm like, if there's anybody that's gonna like this movie, it's the Letterboxd.
No. But you know what? Letterboxd is also very like hipster, and like hipster will always like kind of eat themselves out sometimes, like where it's like A24 is not too popular. To, like, you know what I mean? Like they like kind of like they turn on themselves.
That's
kinda.
a good point.
Yeah,
That's
that A24 is like mainstream shit now.
one.
Fuck that. So now we're on Neon, like or whatever. You know, like
yeah.
Until the next thing comes. You know?
Yeah.
Right. But that's what I mean. Maybe it's because you're too commercial now.
Yeah. Like
cool.
A24 sold out or whatever. A24, A24,
You're
whatever.
Like, guys, John Malkovich is in this movie.
Sold out, bro. Like that's not. Was Nosferatu A24?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Was it? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah.
I love how we barely talked about the material.
Well, I mean, no, thank you.
But that just reminds me of like every like Diane Keaton movie from like the 2000s or some shit, like Mandy Moore or whatever. Like,
yeah,
all these other.
So I'll watch it on TV.
It's a nice little movie to watch on a Sunday afternoon. Like,
I'm not.
That's like a Mother's Day kind of movie, like you take.
Yeah.
Like something like that. Like,
At least it's a good cast.
Yeah,
I'll say that. And your girl's in it.
I love Dakota.
There you go.
DJ.
All right. Anything else on this one? No. Okay. All right. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.